امروز 23 تیر ماه 1414 هاستل پارادیزو دور هم جمع شدیم تا نمایشنامه The Play That Goes Wrong رو با هم بخونیم. البته نویسنده‌اش خیلی زیاده دیگه من نمیدونم. از این طرف رامین، علی، محمد علی، رضا، جمال، پویا، مصطفی، بروزی، نازنین، محمد رضا، نسرین، فاطمه، محمد، مجید و محمد ما رو همراهی می‌کنن. 4 تا محمد شده. راوی اکت 1.
Okay. Act 1. The setting is the private rooms of Charles Haversham, a young, wealthy man of the period. The rooms occupy a whole wing of Haversham Manor and are split on 2 levels. The ground floor consists of a carpeted lounge area. There is one door center stage with the funnel of a voice pipe and a barometer hanging on either side of the door, and a long case clock standing to the left of it. A large heraldic shield hangs above the door. There is a large window in the center of the stage with red velvet curtains closed over it. A chaise lounge stands down stage center. A small table stage right with a telephone and a vase on it. There is a fireplace stage right with a portrait of a dog hanging above it. 2 swords are hung on either side of it, and a coal scuttle stands in the hearth. On the upper level, we see a study area complete with bookshelves, stage right stacked with heavy leather-bound volumes and papers. Charles brew beneath a small window with a chair set at it next to the globe-shaped drinks trolley. There is a door to the stage left side of the upper level leading to a back staircase. A large trophy plaque hangs on the side of the door, and another funnel of the voice pipe hangs on the other. There is a small safe built into the upstage door. The 2 floors are connected by an old-fashioned elevator, stage left, doors closed on the lower and upper levels. As the audience enter, Annie, the stage manager, kneels by the fireplace trying to attach a mantelpiece to it. She realizes she can't hold it and nail at the same time. She fetched an audience member to hold it in position and continues to try and nail it on. She disappears around the back of the flats to fetch something, leaving the audience member standing here with the mantelpiece. The audience member hears voices from behind the flat. Annie saying, "Mind your fingers, drill bit coming through." Trevor saying, "Have you used that before?" Annie saying, "No." A drilling noise is heard from behind the flat. Then silence. Annie eventually reappears and the audience member is sent back to their seat. The mantelpiece is still not attached. 2 members of the stage crew search the stalls and circle for a missing drawn CD with torches. Trevor stands in the stalls. On his radio, he tells 2 members of the audience that they are sitting beneath a faulty stage light. House music drops to a lower level and the house lights dim. Trevor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Trevor Mustapha.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's performance of The Murder at Haversham Manor. Can I kindly request that you switch off your mobile telephones and other electronic devices, and please note, photography of any kind is strictly prohibited. Also, if anyone finds a Duran CD box sitting in the auditorium, I need that back. Please hand it to one of the ushers at the end of the performance. Enjoy the show. All right, Stand by for Act 1. Note for the cast, the dog is still missing. We need to find him before his entrance.
Trevor! Trevor!
Sound cuts off. Annie still hasn't finished the mental piece. Chris.
نه اونا چیز راویه. ببین همه ایتالیکا راویه. اونا رو باید بفهم.
Chris enters from around the back of the flat in the darkness.
Leave it. Just leave it.
We need it.
We haven't got time.
Hours of behind the flat, taking the mental piece and two.
ایتالیکا
Hours of
که باشه شماره
Annie hurries off behind the flat, taking the mantel piece and tools with her. Spotlight comes up and cuts off Chris' head.
Good evening, ladies
He steps into it.
and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cornell Polytechnic Society's spring production of the Mirror at the Harvard Manor. I would like to personally welcome you to what will be my directorial debut and my first production as head of a drama society. We are particularly excited to present this play because for the first time in a society's history we have managed to find a play that fits the company's number perfectly. If we are honest, a lack of numbers have hampered past productions, such as the last year's Chekhov play, Two Sisters, or the Last Christmas, The Lions and the Wardrobe, and of course our summer musical, Cat. This will be the first time that the society has been able to stage a play of this scale, and we are thrilled. It's no secret we usually have to contend with a small budget, as we had to in the last year's presentation of Ronald Dahl classic, James and the Peach, of course. During the run of that particular show, the peach went off, and we were forced to present a hastily devised alternative entitled James, Where is Your Peach? Finally, we have managed to stage a play as it should be and cast it exceptionally well. I'm sure no one will forget the problems we have faced with casting before, such as the 2010's Christmas presentation of a Snow White and the Tall Boar Gentleman, or indeed our previous year's pantomime. Another Disney classic, Ugly and a Beast. But now, on with the main event, which I am confident will be our best show yet. So without any further ado, please put your hands together for Susie H.K. Brideswell's thrilling Wooden Night, The Murder at Harvesham Manor.
Okay. Chris exits into the wings and the stage lights fades to black. Jonathan enters through the darkness. He trips and falls over. The light suddenly comes up Jonathan on the floor. He freezes. The lights go out again as he takes up his position, dead on the chaise lounge, arm outstretched on the floor. The lights come up again just before he's fully in position. Robert and Dennis can be heard of appearing the downstairs door. Robert, Charlie. Okay, I'm sorry.
Charlie, are you ready? We are all waiting downstairs to raise a glass to your engagement. Charlie,
He knocks on the door.
come along now. Charlie, we have been in there for hours now. If I didn't know better, I would say you were having second thoughts about wedding. Hang it all. Charlie, if you won't come out, I'll come in. Damn it. Please lock the door. Hand me those keys, Perkins.
Dennis? Yeah.
Here they are. Mr. Collymore?
Thank you, Perkins. Let's get this door open. We are coming in, Charlie. We are coming in. What's wrong?
He tries to open the door, but it won't budge.
There we are.
There we are. We are in.
Robert and Dennis dart around the side of the set to enter.
But what's this? Charles unconscious?
Asleep, surely, Mr. Collymore?
Damn it, Perkins. I hope so.
I'll take his pulse.
He takes Jonathan's plus on the side of his face.
Alas, I knew something was wrong. So unlike Charles to disappear like this.
Sir, he is dead.
Lights snap to red, dramatic musical spike. Lights snap back to general state.
Dead? Damn it, Perkins. He can't be. He's my closest friend.
He is not breathing, sir, and there's no hint of a heartbeat.
I'm dumbfounded. He was right. He was right as rain an hour ago.
I'm sorry. He crosses in front of the chaise lounge, treading on Jonathan's outstretched hand.
I don't understand. He was as fit. He was as fit as a fiddle. He can't be dead. It doesn't make any sense.
Of course it makes sense. He has been murdered.
Okay. Lights change to red again. The same dramatic musical spike. Lights change back to general state.
Good God. Where's Florence?
In the dining room, sir. Shall I fetch her?
At once, Perkins, and quickly.
But she's bound to have one of her hysterical episodes, sir.
Damn it. Gather everyone in here. Charles, dead, what horror.
Dennis rushes to the voice pipe on the wall and calls to the rest of the house. Robert removes his jacket.
Lounge to dining room. Cecil, Miss Selimu, come to Charles' private rooms at once. Charles Havisham has been murdered.
What do you think? It was a murder, Perkins?
He hangs his jacket up on a hook on the wall. The hook on his jacket falls to the floor.
But do you think it was murder, Perkins? Or do you think perhaps it was suicide?
Suicide, Mr. Havisham? Not possible. There never was a man with more zest for life than Charles Havisham. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. Why on earth would he commit suicide?
But why on earth would anyone murder him? Charles was such a gentle fellow.
He was generous, kind, a true philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems.
Shall I telephone the police, sir?
The police? They wouldn't make it out here for days in this snowstorm.
Opens the curtains to reveal falling paper snowflakes. Closes the curtains again.
Robert.
I telephoned Inspector Carter, who lives just the other side of the village. He will be here in next to no time. Hand me the receiver, Perkins.
He realizes he already has the receiver.
Thank you, Perkins.
Then he sits on Jonathan's leg.
Good evening. Give me Inspector Carter. I know it's late, damn it. I don't care about the weather. There's been a murder. Someone has murdered Charles Havisham.
Lights change to red. A musical spike plays again. The spike plays for far too long. Eventually, the lights change back to general state.
That's right.
Sound effect error on cue. 4.
Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter,
They say he's best damn inspector in the district. He'll crack this case and quick.
Mashki.
very good, sir. And what shall I do?
Lock every door, man.
He crosses the stage again, Dennis follows. Jonathan sharply moves his hand out of the way of Robert's foot. Once Robert has passed, Jonathan replaces his hand. Dennis treads on it.
Not a soul gets out of Haversham Manor until the killer is found.
At once, sire.
Treat?
No.
And assemble everyone in here.
Right away, sire.
Okay.
He goes to the...
نه اینو خوندم. دنیس
اینو
میخوای علی یه ذره راوی وایسته.
آره تشخیصش سخته.
He goes to leave through the door, but it still won't budge. He opens the front of the long case lock next to the door and gets inside instead.
Good God. Charles Haversham murdered at his own engagement party? Lawrence!
Sandra tries to get through the door.
Sandra.
Charlie, no. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
چقدر لطیفش میگره. خیلی خوشحال.
He appears in the window, holding apart the curtains.
Sandra?
No.
My God.
No, don't touch me.
No. حجم اشتباهات خیلی بالاست. My God. پیدا کردن لایلاش خیلی سخته.
آره چقدر دوست
3 نفر دارن سعی می‌کنن لاین رو پیدا کنن. ما خودمون داریم اون پلیر اشتباه میکنیم. نکن بره برو خودشون داره یه پلیر اشتباه میکنن. آره چند لایه اشتباه.
My God, he looks so frail lying there. His skin so cold to the touch.
Robert? No, don't touch him, Lawrence.
I must.
You mustn't.
Unhand me, you controlling brute.
Robert pretends to release Sandra's hand.
Oh. Who could do such a thing the night of our engagement party? Cecil? Quick, your brother's dead.
This way, Master Haversham.
I'm coming, Miss Cullimore.
The door suddenly bursts open, revealing Max, Trevor, Annie, and 2 members of stage crew who have all been attempting to open it. They all quickly run off. Seeing this, Sandra follows Max in.
My brother? Dead? It can't be.
Calm yourself, Cecil. Pour him a stiff drink, Perkins.
Right away, sire. Charles always kept scotch upstairs in his study.
He gets into the elevator carriage. The elevator rises to the upper level and Dennis emerges and walks over to the drinks trolley.
My brother had the finest collection of scotch in the county.
Don't you think I know that? He was my best friend.
Oh, he was my brother, Thomas.
Hang it all, Charlie dead.
I can't bear it. I can't.
در سطح گلزار داره اجراش میکنه.
شدت ناراحتی داره دامون میشه.
خیلی اکتش خیلی سنگینه.
یه تئاتر غلط رو بگو غلط.
رابرت
You aren't to leave my side this evening, Florence.
Dennis opens the drinks cabinet and seizes a full bottle of scotch and holds it up.
Oh my God! He's drunk the whole bottle. There's not a drop left. There's not a drop left.
Hang it all, girl!
Dennis realizes and tries to get rid of the scotch, pouring it out into the voice pipe. The scotch spurts out of Robert's end of the voice pipe all over him. He quickly grabs the coal scuttle and catches the liquid inside.
There's not a drop left.
Hang it all! There'll be another in the cabinet.
Dennis produces the empty bottle he should have got the first time.
Yeah, this one's full.
This is horrifying, I mean. Who on earth would have the motivation to murder Charles Haversham?
Dennis puts the bottle to a tray along with 4 glasses. Dennis descends in the elevator and walks past the window. As he passes the window, Annie leans through and exchanges the empty bottle for a full plastic bottle of white spirit with a large flammable symbol on it. He doesn't see the switch.
I can't imagine.
It's madness. My brother was a good man. Who would kill him? I'm distracted, Hans.
As I am, Cecil, as I am.
It's more. That's me. It's more than my nerves. I can. It's more than my nerves can take. I'm becoming hysterical.
No, Florence. Not another one of your episodes. Calm yourself. Here, take one of your pills.
Tolerance, you're gonna lose your head.
Sandra begins to scream and pound Jonathan's chest. Jonathan flinches.
I feel I shall pass out, Thomas.
Perkins, pour that man a stiff drink.
Dennis hands a glass to Max.
Thank you, Perkins.
Dennis pours the scotch into Max's glass. Sandra becomes calmer.
There, Florence. Well done. Deep breath.
It's terrible. Just a week after our engagement.
He was a good brother.
He drinks the white spirit. He suddenly spits it back out.
That's the best scotch I ever tasted.
Have another to calm your nerves.
Make it a double.
Dennis pours another glass of white spirit. Max drinks it again. He spits it out again.
Oh, my Charles. My head's spinning, you know.
Calm down, Florence.
Another scotch, sir.
Yes.
I can't believe Charles was sat in there alone, drinking, when he was supposed to be downstairs with us. What a shame.
My brother wasn't as happy as he led people to believe, underneath that cheerful mask lay a darker side to the man that many didn't know about.
It's true. His smile was often just a facade. I was fortunate enough to be one of the only people he truly confided in. I've lost a real friend.
We all have, Perkins. Hang it all. I knew Charlie ever since the school.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
You'll move back home with me. I'm your brother, and I'll have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. There is no doubt in my mind it was suicide.
Suicide, Mr. Havisham? How can you say that? Of course not. It's murder. Murder in the first degree.
Nonsense. The man was paranoid, jealous, and I can't prove it. Perkins, hand me his journal from the mantelpiece.
Annie's hand reaches through the door and holds the journal in position above the fireplace. Dennis passes it to Max.
Why, look at this entry. I fear Florence does not love me. The night of our engagement party, despair engulfed my soul.
Uh-huh. But I love Charles with all my heart.
خیلی all my heart.
Dennis takes the journal and returns it to the mantelpiece. It falls straight to the floor. Annie's hand reaches through the window to try and catch it, but she misses.
As I said, the rebel mad with paranoia and jealousy.
All gasp and face out. Silence. The cast wait for a sound effect that doesn't happen. Eventually, a loud door chime sounds. Wait.
The
inspector.
Newspeaker.
Thank heavens he's here. Thank heavens he's here.
Chris enters through the door, covered in paper snowflakes, carrying an attaché case.
What a terrible snowstorm. Good evening. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case.
Yes, Inspector.
Chris hands his case to Dennis, who places it on the floor by the table.
This must be Charles Haversham. I'm sorry. This must have given you all a damn shock.
It did. We are all still reeling.
Naturally.
We are still reeling.
Are any of you the deceased immediate family?
I'm Cecil Haversham. I'm his brother.
I'm Florence Collymore. I'm his fiancée. Tonight was our engagement party.
What a damn sad thing. I take it everyone is assembled in here.
Yes, the only other member of the staff is Arthur, the gardener. I saw him and Winston leaving for the weekend, hours ago.
Wes?
His guard dog.
I see. Well. Have you poured everyone a stiff drink?
Yes, Inspector.
He holds out the tray and they all take a glass. Dennis removes the tray, knocking Jonathan on the head.
Let us raise a glass to the man we all love, to Charles.
Charles.
They all drink the white spirit. They gag, spit it out, and recover. Max holds the white spirit in his mouth.
Delicious.
Excellent.
Lovely. That's a damn fine bottle. Perkins, what's the vintage?
Flammable and corrosive.
Listen, you all must be distraught. But forgive me, the sooner I can begin my inquiries, the sooner we can all get to the bottom of this ghastly business.
Max spits out his white spirit. Chris deposits his notebook on the table.
If you would be so kind as to bring the body up to the study so I can examine it.
Yes, Inspector.
I lend you a hand, Perkins.
Then lock all the doors to the house and prepare this room. I'll conduct my inquiries down here afterward.
Inspector.
Over the next few lines, Dennis brings in a stretcher. Robert and Dennis lay the stretcher on the floor in front of the chaise longue, and they then try to lift Jonathan up, but can't. They roll him off the chaise longue onto the floor.
Any ideas on the cause of death, Inspector?
Could be a number of things. Suffocation, strangulation, poison. Before fully examining the body, I wouldn't like to say.
How could someone do it?
Try not to think about it, Miss Kalimu. Once I've finished downstairs, I'll speak to you each individually, and then perhaps you can get some space to calm your nerves.
Robert and Dennis lift the stretcher up. The canvas tears off the stretcher, and Robert and Dennis are left holding just poles. They carry just the poles off through the door.
Thank you, Inspector. This is all more than I can bear.
I return personally as soon as I finish examining body.
He exits, shutting the door behind him. Jonathan realizes that he's meant to have been carried off and slowly starts to get up, trying not to be seen, and exits towards the door, dragging the stretcher canvas with him. Sandra and Max stare at Jonathan as he slowly leaves through the door and shuts it behind him.
Thank God they've gone.
Robert and Dennis enter through the upstairs door, carrying a maimed body.
Good Lord, Perkins, his body weighs a ton.
So this is Charles' study? Set the body down there, gentlemen.
Such a tragedy for a man to die just 3 months before he's to be married.
Robert and Dennis deposit the maimed body on the floor by the downstage edge of the upper level.
I can't stand it. Just look at him lying there.
This is most
Worse indeed.
Lights shift to downstairs.
Cecil, we must treat carefully. It would be easy for the two of us to become implicated in Charles' death. If they find out about us, we'll be suspected. We'll be suspects.
We are having an affair, so what? It doesn't mean we killed him.
Of course not, but that's what the inspector will think.
It's fine, we just carry on as if everyone's just as it was.
He sits on the chaise longue and discovers a ledger under the cushions. In confusion, he moves it under the chaise longue.
Except now, you won't be forced to marry my beastly brother.
And soon we can be together and not keep secrets.
Max crosses to stage left.
But now with my brother out of the picture, I must ask you one question.
He goes down on one knee, lights shift to upstairs.
so strange to think of Charles being dead.
Jonathan opens the upstairs door and creeps in to take up his position, dead again.
He was such an influence on all our lives.
It's almost as though as he's still alive in the room with us.
Seeing a cadaver for the first time can be unsettling, Perkins.
He sees Jonathan and jumps a little.
I need you to pull yourself together and help me to dust his personal belongings for fingerprints.
Of course, Inspector.
Chris produces a tin of powder and a brush. He passes Dennis the tin.
Check his pockets, Thomas.
Inspector?
He searches Jonathan's pockets but cannot find the prop he is supposed to find. After a few moments, Jonathan reaches into his inside jacket pocket and produces a letter and passes it to Robert.
Thank you, Charles.
And now to dust the body for fingerprints.
What was it?
Sir,
I could have sworn I just saw him breathing.
breathing, sir.
He drops the tin of powder. It covers Jonathan's face, causing him to cough loudly.
Nonsense, Colimo. This man is dead.
Lights shift to downstairs. Jonathan continues to cough.
Lawrence, would you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Marry me.
Jonathan coughs again, more violently, and slips off the edge of the upper level and grabs hold of the edge of the floor. Robert, Dennis, and Chris try to pull him back up, but Jonathan then loses his grip and drops down to the lower level, landing between Max and Sandra.
Charles is dead. He can never become between us again.
Jonathan slowly gets up, retrieves the canvas, and moves back out towards the door. He goes and closes the door, shutting the stretcher canvas in it. He pulls the canvas through the crack in the door, but the last bit gets stuck. He tugs at it, causing the door to swing open, revealing him. Sandra closes the door.
Charles is gone and he's never coming back.
Lights shift to upstairs.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now we have looked over the body. Perhaps you would take it out to the service quarter for the coroner to collect it the morning.
Of course, Inspector.
Robert and Dennis lift the stretcher poles up and carry them out of the upstairs door.
Check all the doors are locked, Perkins.
Inspector,
And call him up. Perhaps you could fetch me a pencil and my notebook from downstairs.
Naturally.
Jonathan re-enters, sees them, and exits again.
After you, Charles.
Robert and Dennis exit. The lights shift to downstairs.
No.
if I may.
Very well. I shall marry you.
Tolerance, come into my arms.
I shall.
One embrace.
Oh, Cecil, I love.
Robert bursts in.
The inspector requires a pencil. What on earth's going on in here?
Sorry, I felt frustrated. Cecil was cooling my bra.
Very well. If you will excuse me, I have the pencil.
He sees that there is no pencil. In a panic, he grabs the set of keys. He exits, closing the door.
Thank God he's gone. That man's such a nuisance.
He's my brother.
Let me kiss you, just
Oh, Cecil, no. Kiss me 1,000 times. I'm yours.
Dennis bursts in.
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Dollymore, Mr. Havisham. I've come to collect the keys to lock us all inside.
Thank you, Perkins. They are by the telephone.
Dennis sees the keys gone, instead picks up the inspector's notebook.
I shall lock the doors at once.
He exits with the inspector's notebook.
You don't think Perkins suspects us, do you?
Old fool? Of course not.
Of course not. Oh, enough words. Take me.
داره نقشش پیدا میکنه.
Robert bursts in.
I forgot the inspector's notebook. What's in God's name?
I was about to faint. Cecil caught me.
I haven't time for this. Now I have the inspector's notebook. I'll be on my way.
He sees the notebook has gone. He takes the vase instead and exits.
That's the interruption.
Kiss me, Cecil.
I want you for the rest. Make my heart beat out of my chest.
Your eyes send me into a dream. Kiss me. Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait for a second longer.
Pause. Dennis is supposed to have burst in. They look at the door. Bam. Eventually, Max kisses Sandra intensely. Just then, Dennis bursts in late, holding 2 candlesticks.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Havisham. Miss Collymore, I've come to prepare the room.
Thank you, Perkins. Put them on the mantelpiece.
Dennis walks to the mantelpiece with the candlesticks. He goes to put them down, and Annie leans through the fireplace and holds the mantelpiece in position. A cartouche on the fireplace slips down and reveals Annie's face. She stares out at the others.
At last, you are alone.
Annie continues to stare awkwardly from the fireplace.
Oh, Cecil, let's run away from here. Far away, together.
So, my love.
We'll try to
So, my love, but we must be careful. We mustn't arouse suspicion.
Cecil. Tell me, who do you think killed Charles?
There is no question in my mind, Florence. He was killed by your brother, Thomas Collymore.
My brother? What a devil of situation this is.
Jonathan suddenly bursts through the door holding a gun.
Not so fast, Inspector.
Max and Sandra stare at Jonathan, who realizes he has come in much too early and hurriedly exits.
But why would Thomas want Charles dead?
Isn't it obvious? He was always bitter and possessive when it came to you. He didn't like the idea of his best friend marrying his sister. So you together at tonight's engagement party night, and it drove him half mad, and he snapped and killed Charles.
But if this is Thomas, what if our affair is discovered?
I don't think there is any doubt. He would try and kill us, just like he killed Charles.
I feel faint again.
Don't worry, Florence. Just follow my lead.
Chris opens the door.
I'm sorry to have kept you.
The heraldic shield swings down and hits Chris in the face. He hastily rehangs it.
But now I have inspected the body and Charles studied more closely. Our interviews can proceed. Perkins, bring in Charles' personal effects.
Dennis enters with lots of bulky personal props, including a letter.
Where would you like him, Inspector?
Set them down on a mantelpiece.
As you wish, Inspector.
Chris realizes what he said. Dennis carries the props over to Annie, who is still holding up the mantelpiece. Dennis hands her the items carefully. Annie struggles under the weight of the mantelpiece throughout the next exchange. Silence. Dennis is supposed to leave, but doesn't.
Don't go, Perkins.
Dennis goes to leave and then stops. He sits down on the chaise longue.
I'd like to ask you a few questions first. Mr. Havisham, Miss Collymore, perhaps you would be so kind as to give us a moment's privacy.
Naturally.
Max and Sandra exit.
Don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat.
Dennis remains sitting. He takes out a cigarette case.
May I?
Go ahead. How are you feeling, Perkins?
A little shaken, sir. But I'll be fine.
He goes to light himself a cigarette, but burns his hand and drops the match into the coal scuttle where it ignites the scotch. Annie is alarmed by the fire and drops all of the props loudly onto the floor. Terrified, she rushes off into the wings.
You were close with Charles Havisham.
Yes, sir. Very close.
You don't appear very upset by his death.
On the contrary, I have barely taken it in. Oh, he was such a kindly, charming man.
It's true.
You met him?
Once, briefly at a local police station, he...
Robert runs out from behind the flats with a fire extinguisher and puts out the fire. He realizes he's been seen.
Evening, Inspector. We required the code in the library.
He withdraws, carrying the coal scuttle with him.
Once, briefly at a local police station, he
Of course they didn't notice.
came in as a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
How long have you been working at the Havisham Manor?
80 years.
80 years?
8 years, sir.
8 years. And have you enjoyed your time here?
My time with Mr. Havisham has been nothing but a joy. I feel that since I have come here and I have been seen not only as a butler, but also as a friend and a confidant. If you need me, I'll be in my quarters. Exits.
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 Dennis realizes and turns to go.
If you would be so kind as to send in Florence Colomon on your way out.
Sandra bursts in, followed by Robert. Dennis exits.
No need. I'm already here. Don't ask me too much of me, Inspector. I feel fragile as a glass.
And let's call him. You find me a pencil.
Yes, Inspector.
Hands Chris the keys.
And my notebook.
Robert hands Chris the vase.
I knew I left them somewhere. Now I must respect to your sister alone.
Very well. I'll be in the library. Florence?
He exits. Chris questions Sandra, making notes with the keys and vase.
Don't fret, Miss Collymore. My question will be brief and to the point, and then you can go some rest. Firstly, how old are you, Miss Collymore?
21.
I'll make a note of that. When were you and your fiancé due to be married?
In the new year?
Chris writes on the vase again.
When did you first met?
Only 7 months ago. But my brother has known him since school. He introduced us at the local gala, and it was love at first sight. I knew from the very first moment I saw him that he was the man I wished to marry.
Well, I think that's enough note-taking for now.
Sandra comes in a line too early.
When you love someone, there is no such a thing as rushing, Inspector.
Did you ever think you were rushing into this marriage?
Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you love him then?
How could anyone have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who might have benefited from your fiance's death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil.
I wasn't having an affair. Don't raise your voice to me, Inspector.
You were having an affair?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down, Miss Collymore.
Which letter?
Then how do you explain this letter?
Annie has taken the letter off and she passes it back through the fireplace.
You've read my letter? Where did you find it?
I'll tell you which letter. The one addressed to Cecil, written in your hand, declaring your love for him, and how the thought of marrying Charles repulsed you.
Charles, read it.
You have read my letter. Where did you find it? I'll tell you where I found it. In Charles' pocket.
Charles read it. Then it was suicide.
Indeed, or murder. Convinced by yourself and Cecil Havisham, so you could run away together.
You diabolical beast. How can you? I won't stand for this, Inspector. Accuse me again and you'll be so...
Robert bursts in, followed by Max. The door hits Sandra sharply on the head and she collapses, unconscious.
What's all this shouting?
What's this, Inspector?
All register that Sandra is on the floor.
I'm merely interviewing Miss Collymore, nothing more.
Calm down, stop shouting.
Sandra remains unconscious.
He's having one of her episodes. Snap out of it. You're hysterical.
Sandra remains unconscious.
Florence, where are you going?
Sandra remains unconscious.
Come back here this instant.
Sandra remains unconscious.
She has run off. I'll fetch her back. You stay here, Cecil. I dare see the inspector has some questions for you. You were Charles' brother after all.
He exits.
I'm sorry, Inspector. She's badly shaken. We all are. It's been quite a night and it's getting late.
11 o'clock already.
The clock says 5:30.
Well, Inspector, do you have any questions for me?
Robert peers through the curtains to see if Sandra is all right.
Oh yes, Mr. Havisham. Similar question to those I asked Miss Coleman.
Why, Inspector, I'm at your service.
Indeed. You and your brother, did you get along well?
Up and down. Since father died, there was rather more strain on our relationship. It was no secret our father cared for Charles more than myself.
I see. This is your father in a portrait, isn't it?
It's the painting of a dog.
It is.
It looks the speed of Charles, doesn't it?
It is ever since he was quite young.
You were the junior by 4 years.
Almost 4, yes.
Robert, Jonathan, and Annie peer through the curtain together to see if Sandra is all right.
I didn't know it. Charles patronized and embarrassed me throughout our entire childhood. He always thought he knew best, and father always took his side. If he ever didn't get his way, he was unbearable.
Now Annie, Robert, and Jonathan all reach through the window and start to lift Sandra out under the curtains.
This sounds far from the ideal, brother. In fact, it sounds like you hated one another.
I won't lie, Inspector. Charles and I never truly saw eye to eye. But if you are suggesting that I had something to do with his murder, you are mistaken.
I see. It's a dark night, Cecil.
He pulls the curtains open, revealing Robert, Annie, and Jonathan. They all freeze and try not to be seen. Sandra is held unconscious in an awkward position.
Inspector?
You can barely even make out the trees.
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying, Cecil, that tonight would be the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Chris and Max turn back downstage. Robert, Annie, and Jonathan continue to remove Sandra.
Inspector, please. Me and my brother had our differences, but deep down we care for one another.
And yet you have an affair with his fiancée?
Robert, Annie, and Jonathan drop Sandra and start again.
What on earth gave you that idea?
The letter I found in Charles' pocket from Miss Collymore to yourself.
You know about that?
As it seems, did Charles.
Robert, Annie, and Jonathan have managed to get Sandra out of the window. Annie pulls the curtains shut.
Oh, bravo, Inspector. Very good. You found out about Florence and I, but it proves nothing. We didn't have a thing to do with Charles' murder, but Thomas Collymore does. He's dangerously unhinged man with a devil of a temper, and Florence is his sister. I've said it before, and I shall say it again. He couldn't give his sister up to any man, much less his old school chum. The next engagement party made him lose his control, and he lashed out at Charles. A crime of passion, perhaps, but there it is.
Thank you, Mr. Havisham. You have been most helpful. Perhaps you could fetch Thomas Collymore. I'm going to need to follow more than one line of inquiry at a time to get to the bottom of this.
At once, Inspector. Anything to help the progress of your investigation.
He exits, catching his arm in the door.
Hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you?
He sits on the chaise longue.
Everybody under this damn roof seems guilty. That's queer. Queer?
That's queer.
That's queer. There is something underneath these cushions and ledger.
He removes the cushions from the chaise longue. There is no ledger. He begins to search for it, pulling off the lining of the chaise longue, looking inside the pillows. Vamps to cover. Eventually, he finds it underneath the chaise longue.
A ledger with Charles' initials inscribed on a cover. What's inside? Notes, bills. What's this? The last will and the testament of Charles Havisham.
dated only today? Let me see.
He tries to take the ribbon off the document, but can't. He reads from the closed document.
I, Charles Havisham, hereby amen my last will and testament to leave my money, Havisham Manor, and all its counted and grounds to one. Good Lord.
Max and Robert enter. Chris hurriedly puts the ledger and paper away.
Thomas Collymore for you, Inspector.
Thank you, Fitted. But before I question you, Mr. Collymore, I do need to review some documents in Charles' study I written presently.
Take your time, Inspector.
Indeed.
Tell me, Thomas, did you find...
Chris gets into the elevator carriage and closes the door. A dreadful clanking is heard. The upstairs doors open, but Chris is only halfway up to the upper level. He indignantly climbs out onto the upper level. He slides the ledger forward out of his way, but it goes too far and slips off the edge of the upper level. Robert catches it and throws it back up to Chris.
Tell me, Thomas, did you find Florence?
She ran out into the grounds.
The voice pipe funnel falls off the wall. Robert picks up the funnel and puts it back on the wall, knocking the barometer off.
And what are your feelings about Charles and Florence's engagement?
Max picks up the barometer and puts it back on the wall, causing the painting of the dog to fall down. Max goes to hold up the painting, leaving the barometer to Robert. They are left holding up all three items.
I was overjoyed, of course. I love Florence and I love Charles. I couldn't have approved more of the match.
At Collymore, it's well known that you are protective of your sister.
The telephone rings.
I'll get it.
He tries hard to keep holding the picture against the wall while reaching for the phone, which keeps ringing. Finally, he tries to hook it with his foot. The receiver falls off the telephone and further away on the floor.
Good evening. It's for you.
Who the devil is it?
Your accountants, Collymore.
At 11:30 in the evening?
Yes.
Then hand me the receiver, Cecil.
Max slides the receiver in between his feet and manages to throw it up with his feet and catch it in his remaining hand. He stretches and passes it to Robert, who eventually gets it, keeping the voice pipe and the barometer on the wall using his head.
Good evening. Yes, Thomas Collymore speaking. It is inconvenient, yes. My recent deposits? What of them? The serpencies? What are you talking about, man? Gone? Gone where? 9,000 pounds stolen? Good God, man. Perkins, get in here.
Dennis enters through the door as far as he can.
Yes, sir.
Perkins, fetch me my bank book.
Dennis passes Robert the bank book.
Your bank book, sir.
He puts the bank book into Robert's mouth.
Thank you, Perkins.
Your pen, sir.
He passes a pen through the door and puts this in Robert's mouth as well.
Thank you, Perkins.
He rearranges himself to take the phone again.
How could you allow this to happen? This is an absolute disgrace. I shall report you to your superiors. Who am I speaking with? Mr. Fitzroy? I write that name down.
He writes the name in his bank book with a lot of difficulty.
Mr. Fitzroy, I have you know this telephone call has put me in a very difficult position. Now look here, Fitzroy. I didn't authorize this transaction. You find out who did it and call back.
He throws the phone to Max, who hangs it up.
What is it, Collymore?
9,000 pounds taken from my private savings. What a ghastly evening.
Thomas, I have a confession to make. Well, Florence and I are having an affair.
What?
He launches himself at Max, who dives downstage. The dog picture, funnel, and barometer mysteriously all stay hanging in the positions. Robert and Max double take.
You and my sister?
He throws Max downstage left.
Now calm down, Collymore.
You always wear a snake in the grass, Cecil.
He pulls Max up by his hair and drags him across the room, accidentally slamming him into the side of the clock. Robert draws a sword from the fireplace.
It's not what you think. We are in love.
My sister does not love you. How dare you lay a finger on
اشتباه کن.
your own brother's fiance? It's disgusting. No wonder your father hated you.
Don't speak about my father, Kalimor.
He draws a sword.
The time has come for you to answer to me. Your indiscretions. Draw your sword and grade.
They fight.
Nice try, Cecil, but no match for my skill. You know, sometimes I forget you are Charlie's brother. You are so pathetic.
They fight. They fight. Max leaps off the back of the chaise lawn.
I always was too quick for you, but nice try, Kalimor.
A floorboard flips up and hits him in the face. He stumbles forward and trips, breaking his sword. He holds up the broken sword and makes sword-clanging sound effects as they continue fighting. Max beats Robert to the floor stage left below the upper level.
You've got a good parry, Kalimor.
Good parry? I'll show you a good parry.
He accidentally thrusts his sword through the underside of the upper level. The blade comes up between Chris's legs. Robert tries to pull his sword back, but finds it stuck. Both try to continue the fight without their swords. Max tears a section off the front of his jumper to reveal a red slash of fabric blood across his chest.
I don't need this to kill a man like you. It seems there is no doubt about you who killed Charles anymore. He was killed by his own wild little brother in a fit jealous rage. You'll be sorry you ever laid a finger on my sister. You'll be sorry.
Robert and Max exit, slamming the door. The dog picture, voice pipe funnels, barometer, and curtain rail all fall off the wall at once. Dennis is revealed in the window with a glass of sherry on a tray. He hurriedly enters through the door and sets the tray down by the telephone. Suddenly, 3 loud gunshots and a scream are heard off stage.
Gunshots in the library.
Dear God, what's going on there here?
Dennis looks for the other end of the voice pipe downstairs but can't find it. He picks up the barometer and speaks into it.
I don't know, Inspector. I heard screams and gunshots from downstairs. Please come down here.
I'm on my way,
He gets in the elevator and it begins to descend. Robert enters through the downstairs door.
Inspector! Inspector! Where is Inspector Carter?
He's coming down now.
We hear the elevator crash to the floor. Chris bursts out in a cloud of smoke.
There you are, Inspector. I don't know to look so calm and collected in a situation such as this.
It comes for years of experiences.
Indeed.
It's important we remain calm and we don't let each other out of our sight. Where is Miss Calamon?
She's coming now. Get in here. Fellas.
Jonathan pushes Annie in through the door. She's wearing Sandra's dress over her own clothes and she clutches a script.
Fellas, you don't look yourself this evening.
Sandra's absent.
آنی محمد علی محمد علی بگو
باید بخونم بقیه بچه ها
بخونم
صفحه 41
محمد علی هم صدا کن
41
نه زیاد داره زیاد دیالوگ داره آیا پاس کن
سندرا هم رفت سندرا هم الان میاد چند صفحه دیگه
سندرا هم باید بیاد
Annie in through the door. She's wearing Sandra's dress over her own clothes and she clutches a script.
Anna,
Robert.
Florence, you don't look yourself this evening.
Thomas, I'm frightened.
Don't worry, Florence. You are safe in here with me.
What's going on?
Isn't it obvious Cecil has lost control?
Cecil, surely not.
He killed Charles tonight, driven mad by his lust for you, and now he knows we have found him out.
I can't bear it. Cecil would not do such a thing.
This is a fine mess, sir! The worst nightmare I have ever seen in 88 years of service!
Save me, brother. Save me.
She clings on to Chris, who pushes her towards Robert.
I shan't let anyone hurt a hair on your head, Florence.
I'm panicking. I can't believe Cecil.
Cecil?
Cecil is doing this.
Try to stay calm, Miss Collymore.
I shall faint.
She falls back without warning. Robert just catches her.
You shan't fake. Confound it. What a devil of situation this is.
Jonathan bursts in again, holding his gun.
Not so fast,
Inspector.
Inspector.
He realizes he's too early and exits again. After leaving, he slowly walks past the window, his head in his hands. He slowly realizes the audience can see him. Mortified, he darts out of view.
We are all going to survive tonight. You hear me?
Chris peers out of the door.
Take cover.
Great Scott.
Good heavens!
Don't panic. Cecil's crossing the landing. We must lock him out.
Where are the keys to the door, Perkins?
Here they are, sir!
He pulls out the notebook from his pocket. Chris appends the vase, sending the keys flying out. Dennis catches them.
Here they are, sir!
Quickly, Perkins. Hand him to me before Cecile...
The door bursts open and Max staggers inside. He shuffles forward a few paces and then flops dead onto the chaise longue. 3 bullet wounds in his back.
Good Lord.
Short musical spike plays.
Cecil's dead?
The same short musical spike plays.
Double murder!
A short burst of Girls on Film by Duran Duran plays. Then suddenly the correct musical spike cuts in.
Found the Duran Duran! Carry on!
Time of the vet. 4:45.
He checks the clock. It still reads 5:30.
Cecil, no. I loved him. I know it's wrong. I know I was engaged to Charles, but Cecil wasn't mine. And
Silence. Chris turns the page in her script.
I was his.
There, Miss Collymore!
How will I go on? So,
You take his body outside.
Yes, sir!
I lend you a hand, Perkins.
I've seen a lot of this in the 20 years I've been an inspector. But 2 murders on one night is certainly unusual.
Dennis opens the door and pulls out the 2 stretcher poles from earlier. He and Robert lay them on the floor before rolling Max on top of the 2 poles. They lift the poles optimistically. Max grasps them, and holding on for dear life, they carry him towards the door. Robert and Dennis can't get Max off through the door, so tip him on his side and exit through the door and past the window.
oh, Inspector, my fiancé and my lover killed on the same evening.
Remember your briefing. Miss Collymore, now is not a time for another of your episodes.
I am having an episode, Inspector. I cannot help it.
Chris encourages her to have an episode. Annie tries to scream and shake as she has seen Sandra do in rehearsals.
No, Miss Collymore.
Robert and Dennis re-enter.
Brothers, control yourself, girl.
She's having another episode!
They are dead. They are gone and they are never coming back.
I will not tolerate another tantrum.
Get away from me, Tom. You don't understand my grief.
That's enough. Take one of your pills.
No, not more pills.
She takes a pill with no hesitation from Robert.
Oh, their means.
But who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we are going to get out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
He pours more white spirits for everyone.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
The script begins to go round in a loop.
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we are going to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
He pours white spirit again.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of the staff is Perkins. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him? Then who could have killed him?
Dennis doesn't realize and the loop goes around again.
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we are going to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
He pours white spirit again.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of the staff is Perkins. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we are going to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
He pours white spirit again.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of the staff is Perkins. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access?
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
The script loops again.
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if you are going to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
He pours white spirit again.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of the staff is Perkins. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
No one could have killed him except the people in this room. Yes.
Good God, you're right. It's one of us.
All gasp.
This is a disaster. Blackout. Interval.
She realizes her mistake.
Oh,
Oh, blackout. Tabs fly in.
Blackout. End of Act 1. A few minutes into the interval, the safety curtain begins to come down. It stops a foot or two from the floor. Trevor enters and quietly pushes it down. Robert appears in the auditorium foyer in a robe and joins the queue for ice creams. Chris appears and sends him backstage. Act 2. Dramatic house music plays. The house lights fade and Chris once again emerges from in between the tabs. A spotlight picks him out of the darkness.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed the break. We will be resuming this evening's performance in just a couple of moments, I'm assured. I must say I am delighted to see that so many of you have returned for the second half. Obviously, I would be lying if I said the first act went entirely as rehearsed. There were one or two minor snags, which you may or may not have picked up on, but they are snags that would occur on any opening night, and this certainly hasn't been the worst first act Carney Polytechnic has seen by some stretch. Last year, our production of Joseph, an amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, got off to the shaky start when we didn't realize that our set designers suffered from color blindness. Anyway, before we begin again, one word of...
Chris is interrupted by Trevor's voice off stage over his radio.
Trevor.
It's going quite badly, to be honest.
Before we resume the...
Yeah, she's unconscious and we still can't find the dog.
Before we resume the production, one word of health and safety administration. Can I please ask anyone who consumed one of the raspberry rebel flavored ice creams available during the interval to please seek medical help immediately? And now, without further ado, please put your hands together for the concluding act of the murder at Havesham Manor.
He exits. Introduction music plays and the tabs fly out, revealing Annie, Max, Robert, Dennis, Jonathan, and the stage crew all rehanging the picture. Voice pipe funnels, barometer, curtains, etc. on the walls. They see the audience. Chris enters from the wings outraged. The house tabs stop and fly back in. Beat. The house tabs fly back out, revealing Robert, Dennis, Chris, and Annie in their positions from the end of Act 1. Jonathan and Max have gone. All wall hangings are back in position. Beat.
No one.
All wall hangings crash down to the floor.
No one could have killed them, except for the people in this room.
Good God, you're right. It's one of us.
All gasp.
This is a disaster.
And it's not over yet. 2 murders, one on one night at Havesham Manor. What a grisly evening.
Frightful. Brother, frightful.
And look, Mr. Collymore, the snowstorm outside is building.
Max appears in the window and throws snow out.
If we are not careful, there will be snow into this slaughterhouse. We must discover the guilty man.
Indeed, the gunshots were heard coming from the library. I shall investigate the room. All of you remain here.
He exits through the downstairs door.
This whole business is disgrace. Now, let us remind ourselves of what we know.
We know Charles Havisham was found dead here in his own private rooms on the night his engagement party.
No, we know that his fiancée was involved in an affair with his own brother, Cecil. How could my sister behave in such a way?
Not now, Thomas. We know, we know that he too was murdered. We know that he too was murdered on the same evening, in cold blood.
No. The only thing we don't know is who the murderer is.
Oh, the tension in this house is...
She trips up over the fallen curtains and drops her script on the floor. The pages go everywhere. She tries to pick them up, but they are all out of order.
Oh, the tension in this house is... Oh, the tension in this... it's tense.
Lawrence, how are you feeling now?
I'm great, yeah, really good.
That's dreadful.
Oh yeah, dreadful. I want to die.
That's the spirit, Thor. But now, Miss Collymore, I must ask you an important question. Where were you when the murder was committed?
He mimes the line to her. He points down and mimes drinking a cup of tea. Annie misinterprets.
I was on the floor with a moustache.
That makes perfect sense. So was I.
Annie reads off the wrong page of the script.
Oh no, kiss me 1,000 times. I'm yours.
Of course, fellas. That's what brothers are for.
This is a disaster, and already it's midnight.
Trevor plays a loud clock chiming 15 times.
That was most... That was most ominous.
News indeed.
Chris enters upstairs holding a gun. He calls into the voice pipe.
Study to lounge. Are you there, Colimo?
Inspector?
Quickly, come up to the Charles study. Come up to Charles' study. I need to speak to you.
At once, Inspector.
He gets into the elevator carriage. The elevator rises, but the floor breaks, leaving him on the lower level.
He falls out. There you are, Colimo.
Yes, Inspector.
He tries to climb up to the upper level.
I must have speak to you with you, Thomas.
Of course, Carter.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Most comfortably, Inspector.
Dennis and Annie try to push Robert up.
Before we speak, I must check no one else is in earshot.
No one else is here, Inspector.
Very well, Colimo. I found a weapon that was used to kill Cecil Havisham.
Robert managed to get up onto the upper level and takes the gun from Chris.
Good Lord, where was it?
In the library. It was lying on a table, muzzle warm, and the barrel still smoking.
Someone killed Cecil with this?
Yes, less than half an hour ago.
But who?
I was hoping you would be able to tell me that, Colimo. After all, we are friends, aren't we?
I have no idea who killed Cecil. I was down in the kitchen when I heard the gunshots, fetching my sister some refreshments.
He forgets his line.
Don't know what page we're on, mate.
I don't know what page we're on, mate.
He realizes this isn't the line and looks to Trevor furiously.
Besides, why would I want to...
Why would I want to kill my oldest friend's younger brother?
Perhaps because you found out about his affair with Florence. We all know you are a jealous man, Colimo, ruthlessly protective of your sister.
Protective? I approve of whatever makes my sister happy.
Don't play the fool with me, Thomas. You shot Cecil Havisham in cold blood and you know that wasn't the plan.
Lights shift to downstairs. There is a heavy knock at the door.
Who the devil could that be?
I don't know either, Miss Collymore.
I don't know either, Miss Scullymore. Quickly, we must hide you out of harm's way. Charles had a hidden passageway built behind this bookcase. Stand back, I'll open it.
He pulls a book down from the bookshelf. It falls to the ground. Nothing happens. He looks at the bookcase. It turns and swallows him up.
Step inside, Miss Scullymore.
Annie steps in front of the bookcase and it swivels again, swallowing her and spitting Dennis back out. The bookcase keeps turning. More knocking comes from the downstairs door.
You're safe in there, Miss Scullymore.
The bookcase spins around again, spitting Annie out.
You're safe in there, Miss Scullymore.
The bookcase spins, swallowing Annie and spitting Trevor back out on the stage. Trevor gets up, looking confused. He goes to exit through the door, but hears more knocking and panics, hiding in the long case clock.
You're safe in here, Miss Scullymore.
As Dennis moves towards the downstairs door, it opens to reveal Max dressed as a new character. In overalls and with a beard, pipe, and a pair of... holding a lead with no dog. He gives the same performance he did as Cecil.
Arthur the gardener, what are you doing here?
I was gardening in the garage with Winston when we got caught in the storm and couldn't make it home.
Good heavens, Arthur, come inside. You won't believe what a nightmare this evening has been.
How do you mean? Go, Winston, down from the chase line.
They look at the lead. Nothing happens.
Mr. Havisham was murdered tonight.
Charles Havisham?
He walks into the pillar supporting the upper level and knocks it out, causing the level with Robert and Chris on it to slant slightly. The drinks trolley and chair roll across the floor. Robert stops them before they roll off the edge. Chris and Robert slowly edge to the door and try to go through it, but the handle comes off, leaving them trapped.
And not only that, his brother Cecil has also been killed.
Heavens, that explains the strange going on I have seen in the grounds this evening.
Strange goings on.
A mysterious figure stood by the shrubbery that stands outside this very room, and I noticed that the latch on the window was forced open, and Winston found this on the ground beneath it.
He produces a handkerchief from his pocket.
A lace handkerchief, quiet, Winston, stained with a deep red mark with a distinctive scent.
Cyanide!
Precisely, cyanide. And you can tell from the shape of the mark it's been used to hold the bottle. But not only that, the handkerchief is also embroidered with the initials FC.
Florence Collymore.
Indeed.
Lights shift upstairs.
I must show you something, Thomas. No doubt you will find it interesting.
Robert slips forward slightly.
What is it, Inspector?
A new draft of Charles' last will and testament. Dated only today, it appears he has changed the beneficiary.
He takes the will from his pocket and passes it to Robert, who cannot untie the ribbon.
Who on earth has changed the beneficiary? Who on earth has changed the Who on earth has...
He pretends to read off of the front of it.
Good Lord.
That's right.
He's leaving it all to Perkins?
Lights shift downstairs.
Arthur the gardener, you're suggesting that Florence Collymore broke into Charles' private rooms this afternoon?
Florence has killed her own fiancé.
Miss Collymore, get in here now!
The bookcase spins around, revealing Annie holding a different folder with a new script in it.
Miss Collymore, you killed your fiancé, and we have the evidence to prove it.
How dare you, Perkins?
The drinks trolley on the upper level slips and falls towards Annie. Robert catches it. Lights shift upstairs.
This time has come to confront Perkins and tell him we know what he has done. Get in the elevator, Collymore.
Robert cannot move from where he is, holding the chair and drinks trolley up.
Yes, Inspector.
He edges to the elevator and looks inside. He shakes his head. Chris jumps off the edge down onto the lower level.
Perkins!
Thanks heavens, Inspector. These two have been accusing me of the most dreadful things.
All your time. We all know what you've done. Go, Winston. Down, boy.
Winston, the inspector's here to help us.
I'm sorry about Winston, Inspector. I'll put him outside.
He throws the lead out of the door.
Arthur, I presume.
Arthur the gardener is the gardener, Inspector.
I'm the longest serving member of the cell at Haversham Manor.
Yeah, he's been working for Mr. Havisham for 90 years. 99 years.
99 years? What a dedicated man. But Arthur, I was informed you left Havisham Manor at 6 o'clock today. It appears you were hiding in the grounds on a night 2 men were murdered here.
Arthur became trapped in the snowstorm and couldn't make it to the gates.
How how implausible. I don't suppose you realize what you have walked into this evening then, Arthur?
On the contrary, Inspector, it appears I have discovered a clue that will close the case. This case.
He holds out the monogrammed handkerchief.
A handkerchief?
Monogrammed.
Monogrammed?
It's stained with cyanide.
Cyanide?
Drop on the ground beneath the fourth window that was used to gain access to this room so someone could poison Charles.
Good God, how dreadful. I must inspect this handkerchief in more detail. Caliber, fetch my magnifying glass from Charles' desk.
Without delay, Inspector.
Robert tries to get up and reach out for the magnifying glass, but can't. The upper level suddenly drops again, putting it on even more of an incline. This sends the desk sliding down towards Robert, who manages to stop it and hold all the furniture. He rummages in the drawer, produces the magnifying glass and passes it to Chris.
Your magnifying glass, Inspector.
Thank you, Thomas.
But, Inspector, there's something you don't know about that handkerchief.
The telephone rings loudly.
I'll get it. Good evening. It's for you, Mr. Kalima.
Another telephone call?
Yes, sir.
Who is it, Arthur?
Mr. Fitzroy, sir.
Hand me the receiver, Arthur.
Max tries to pass Robert the receiver, but the cord doesn't reach. Max and Chris create a chain of arms from the phone with Chris's hand in a phone shape at the end, which after some stretching they manage to get to Robert's ear.
Fitzroy, thank you for calling again. Yes, this is a much more convenient time. Thank you. Another transaction traced in a one-way ticket to Dover? No, I have no idea. You have given 9,000 pounds of my money to someone else. You are causing me more pain than you could possibly imagine. I shall hang up the phone immediately.
The phone is hung up.
Mr. Collymore, you look like you could use a scotch. No more scotch. Thank you, Perkins. What a dreadful evening. I must check my bank records once more. If you will excuse me.
He begins to try and exit through the upstairs door, crawling with all the furniture towards it. The desk has 2 sisters written on the back of it.
If you will excuse me, Inspector, there's something about the handkerchief you have not detected.
What is it, Perkins?
It bears initials. The initials FC.
Lawrence Collymore is the murderer, Inspector.
You're the man, Miss Collymore. It is plain for us all to see. You were engaged to be married to Charles, a man who, according to your letter, you despise. Not only this, but you were having an affair with his brother. Cecile. It seems plausible to me that you both murdered him so you could be together.
Oh, stop it, Inspector. Cecile's dead too now,
and I certainly didn't kill Charles.
Robert eventually gets all the furniture out of the door. More vamp downstairs if necessary.
If you will excuse me,
He closes the door.
I think it's going rather well.
He is immediately seen falling past the window.
You are the murderer, Miss Coleman.
Me? The murderer? How can you?
Robert enters sharply through the downstairs door, knocking Annie out.
Check my bank record.
You are lying, Florence. You killed him.
She's having another one of her hysterical episodes.
He and Chris lift up Annie's body and sit her on the windowsill.
You killed your fiancée, Florence. What do you have to say for yourself? Sandra.
It is true, Inspector. I am no murderer.
She bursts in through the swivel bookcase in her underwear. Chris and Robert drop Annie backwards through the window.
We all know that's not true.
It is true, Inspector.
You've been exposed.
Well, Miss Coleman, your name can easily be clear. We shall examine Charles' body for evidence of cyanide poisoning. Coleman, Perkins, show me to the service quarters of the house to check the deceased once more.
Inspector!
Arthur, you stay here with Miss Coleman and ensure she does not leave this room.
Robert and Dennis exit with him through the downstairs door. Sandra and Max are alone again. Max stares at the floor. He cannot look at Sandra.
Arthur, you have known me years. Surely you believe I would never do something like this.
On the contrary, Miss Collymore, it was I who discovered you to be the guilty party.
Arthur, how can you? Please, you must protect me from these fiends. And do anything to win your trust.
She throws herself into Max's arms.
Oh no, Miss Collymore. Do not use your feminine voice to confuse me.
Max stares.
I have seen the way you look at me across the gardens.
Max stares away from her.
Even now, the way you're looking at me, the way you're looking at me.
She turns Max's head to look at her, accidentally tearing off Max's mutton chop.
The way you're looking at me, I know how you feel.
Please, Miss Collymore, I'm a simple gardener.
And you have said before how radiant I look when I'm walking across the grounds. Please, Arthur, protect me. I'll be yours if you do.
She grasps Max tighter.
Miss Collymore, I do not feel as you suggest. You are a murderer and a seductor, and I shall not be seduced.
He pushes Sandra away a little too hard and she knocks into the clock. Trevor is startled within the clock and opens the door, knocking Sandra out again. She flops onto the chaise longue. Max and Trevor look at one another. Max gives Trevor the script. Trevor reads Florence's next line from the script.
But I'm a beautiful woman! How can you resist me?
Max and Trevor try to continue while loading Sandra's unconscious form into the clock.
Stop, Miss Collymore. You're using your power over men as you always have.
You can't pretend your feelings aren't real.
Very well, Miss Collymore. It is true, perhaps, that I have admired you.
Then kiss me, Arthur. You know you want to.
Beat. Trevor then approaches Max. Max looks away.
Kiss me, Arthur. You know you want to.
Max looks scared. Vamp. He suddenly kisses Trevor. Robert, Chris, and Dennis enter.
What on earth is going on?
Silence.
What on earth is going on?
I can explain.
I don't think we can. Miss Collymore in Arthur's arms?
Second affair?
Florence, you have changed. Your wild accusations have driven me to this. My nerves are a wreck. I feel dizzy.
I suggest you settle down, Miss Coleman.
Quickly, where's her medication, Mr. Collymore? Blast! I must have left it in the study.
He exits through the downstairs door.
Miss Coleman, you are a wild criminal.
And to think we took you in!
You manipulated me. I have let my master down tonight.
All the while you were plotting your fiance's demise.
Oh no, Inspector. All these accusations. I feel an episode coming on.
He begins to have an episode. Chris pushes Trevor aside and trips under the upper level.
No, Miss Coleman.
Robert reappears through the upstairs door. As he steps on the upper level, it fully collapses, crushing Trevor. Silence.
I don't think they noticed.
He exits and closes the door, causing a lighting truss to swing down from the rig.
An adulterous and cold-blooded killer? I'm not, Inspector.
All turn to face the clock. Sandra tries to get out. Chris helps, but she's stuck inside.
Yes, and you are, Miss Coleman.
Inspector, I can't take this anymore. I shall faint.
The clock is lowered onto one side. Beat.
She's fainted.
It's not become too much for her.
Quickly, lie her down on a case lounge.
Max and Dennis lift the clock onto the chaise longue. Beat. The legs snap on the chaise longue.
That's better.
Robert, entering with the pillbox and a glass of water, sees the clock.
I found the Florence medication. What's happened?
Florence has fainted.
Good Lord. I wake her up. She's out cold.
But Arthur, is this the figure I saw outside the window earlier on this evening?
I cannot tell, Inspector. Mr. Collymore, please move her hands from her face.
Robert slowly looks at the clock hands, swiftly tears the hands off the clock face and pockets them.
It was not her, Inspector. Besides, the figure I saw was that of a man.
Annie slowly stands up in the window. Robert shoves her out of sight.
Of course it was. You were taken by a handkerchief planted outside to frame Florence. She and Cecile both have plausible motives for murder, but the true motives belongs to Perkins.
Annie enters through the door, getting in between Chris and Dennis as Chris points to Dennis.
Me? Inspector?
You, Perkins. It appeared Charles made Perkins the sole beneficiary of his inheritance.
This is all a mistake.
Save your pleading.
Annie climbs up on top of the clock to resume playing Florence.
Save your pleading for the police station.
He throws handcuffs to Robert, who cuffs Dennis to the chaise longue.
Thomas, handcuff him to the chaise lounge, lest he escape before I can drive him there.
And only for hours. The snow is at its peak.
Snow is thrown through the window into Chris's face.
It is not true, I tell you.
Annie pretends to wake up.
What happened? I must have fainted. Here's my delicate.
Sandra opens the door of the grandfather clock, hitting Annie.
What happened? I must have fainted. Curse my delicate constitution.
You did faint, Florence. You have learned that Perkins committed the murder.
Perkins? But he's such a kindly old man.
There must be some misunderstanding. I didn't kill Charles, but I know who did.
Who?
Inspector Carter.
What on earth?
Poppycock.
You did it. Because Charles knew about the police money, you were...
Nonsense!
Embezzling.
Embezzling. Nonsense!
You said you met before that he was a consultant on a fraud case you were working on.
What of it?
Charles found the reason why no arrests had been made, because the man committing the crime was yourself. You were the fraud. The perpetrator! You are the perpetrator!
You can prove it.
Charles could, and that's why he killed him.
Never.
I know your secret, you bastard inspector! What will you do? Kill me too?
I confound it.
Sandra and Annie.
What a devil of a situation this is.
Jonathan enters through the downstairs door, again holding his gun.
جاناتان یا مکس بگید.
Jonathan.
Not so fast, Inspector.
All hugely shocked at this.
Charles.
Havisham.
And Max, sir!
Charlie, I thought you were dead.
You're alive. It's not possible.
Oh, I'm afraid it is. You couldn't kill me that easily.
How did you survive?
I simply didn't drink the poisoned sherry you left out for me this evening. Oh, Charlie, this is more than I...
Annie slings Sandra off stage through the swivel bookcase and stands next to it.
Oh, Charlie, this is more than I can bear. Ever since we last spoke at the police station, it was clear you thought I was onto you. It was at this point I became afraid you'd try to kill me. For months now, I've had my guard up, and tonight you fell into my trap.
The bookcase suddenly swivels, swallowing up Annie and revealing Sandra.
You have been hiding in the grounds ever since this afternoon when you planted the poison.
It was you that I saw. You were the mysterious figure.
I thought it was strange.
The bookcase swivels again, this time revealing Annie. She puts her back across the bookcase, blocking Sandra from coming back in.
I thought it was strange you got here so quickly in such terrible weather.
Sandra keeps trying to swivel the bookcase from off stage, but is still blocked by Annie. She runs over to the window and Annie quickly follows her, picking up a tray on her way.
What about the handkerchief bearing Florence's initials?
Perhaps you should ask Inspector Cotton, or should I say Inspector Frederick Cotton?
Thieves.
The same initials.
Precisely. After committing the crime, you found Charles' will in his ledger and tried to pin the whole thing on me.
Sandra appears through the window.
You damn crap.
Annie hits Sandra with the tray. She falls out of sight behind the window.
You damn crafty devil. Crafty indeed. Perkins here is as innocent as I am. Remove those handcuffs, this instant.
Of course, Charles. I have the key.
He goes to release Dennis, but he doesn't have the key. As he searches his pockets for the key, Dennis remains handcuffed to the chaise lounge. Sandra is seen getting up behind the window and running to the downstairs door. Annie is there first and holds the door shut.
Drop the gun, Inspector. Hey, me.
Never. I came here to kill you, Charles, and I won't leave until the job's done.
It is over, Inspector. I could prove your guilt in a second. I have the evidence upstairs in the safe in my study. Fetch the papers, Perkins.
Yes, sir.
He goes to leave, but is still handcuffed to the chaise lounge. Robert and Max lift the clock off the chaise lounge, and Dennis slowly starts to drag the chaise lounge over towards the fallen study floor to fetch the papers. Robert and Max place the clock down center stage.
Lower your weapon, Inspector. It's over.
What are you going to do, Charles? Shoot me in front of a room full of witnesses?
Don't think I wouldn't do it, Carter. You tried to kill me. I'd merely be returning the favor. Please, Inspector, you're frightened.
Suddenly, Sandra bursts out of the clock. Annie opens the door to reveal no one there. Annie is furious, the others amazed.
Please, Inspector, you're frightening me.
You ought to be frightened.
Arthur, keep everyone in this room while I send a wire to the local police.
Yes, sir.
Jonathan hands Max the gun and exits through the downstairs door. Sandra and Annie.
You monster! You tried to kill Charles and you killed Sam.
Annie charges at Sandra, but she moves out of the way, and Annie charges out through the window.
And you killed Cecile. How could you?
She stands back in front of the window, but Annie pops up and drags her out through it and throws her on the floor. Annie dives on to Sandra with her shoulder.
I'll admit I tried to kill Charles, but I never went anywhere near Cecile. In fact, when I discovered that you and he were having an affair, I was overjoyed. I had the perfect man to pin it on until my accomplice blundered.
Your accomplice?
Robert rushes to the door and tries to get out.
Thomas Coleman.
Robert arrives at the door. Max turns quickly, and the barrel of the gun flies off, narrowly missing Robert.
It's true. I am the inspector's accomplice. I helped him move the money. But don't you think for the 1 second I am going down for this? Good God. Charles locked the door.
The door comes off in his hand.
You are trapped.
He quickly ditches the door off stage.
Quickly, Coleman. Get in the elevator. We can escape down the east staircase.
Get away from the elevator, you two. Winston, get in, boy.
He throws the lead at Chris, screams as if under attack by Winston.
Down, Winston.
He throws the lead out of the window. Jonathan bursts in through the upper level door, falls off the edge, grabs onto the broken truss and swings across the stage, sending Chris, Robert, and Max flying. Jonathan lands by the downstairs doorway, trembling.
Now to send that telegram.
Quickly, Coleman. We can escape through the study.
Dennis slides back down the upper level floor, still handcuffed to the chaise gong and now carrying the papers. Dennis throws the papers to Jonathan.
The papers, sir.
He throws the papers to Jonathan.
Thank you, Perkins. Now fetch my reading glasses from the library.
Yes, sir.
He carries the chaise out through the door. Chris and Robert run up the ramp and cling onto the set.
Get out of my way, Charles.
Push him aside, Coleman. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in jail?
I will strike you down, Charlie.
He tries to strike but overreaches, trips and slides down to the bottom of the study floor, grabbing at Chris to save himself. Robert drags Chris to the bottom with him.
It's useless, Coleman. There's no way out.
Sandra runs back in.
Brother, I'm surprised that...
Annie appears in the window with the ledger, hits Sandra in the stomach, and then over the head with it.
Brother, I'm surprised at you. I don't know what you've become.
She jumps in through the window.
I feel so ashamed. Carter and I found that between us we could steal money from the police's sundry accounts easily. Carter had access, and I had the facility to move the money fast and keep it secure. Or so I thought until earlier this evening.
He forgets his line.
Line.
Trevor emerges from below the collapsed upper level.
He says a bloody death trap.
He shuffles off through the door.
This set's bloody death trap.
As for Cecile,
this was more a crime of passion, simple as that.
Now I hold in my hand a written list of every fraudulent transaction Thomas Collymore and Inspector Carter made. This can't be true. I can't believe...
Sandra throws the vase at Annie. Annie ducks and the vase smashes against the back wall.
This can't be true. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. You sordid affair sickened me, Florence. You broke my heart.
Annie and Sandra both try and get a hold of Jonathan. Annie and Sandra both try and get hold of Jonathan to continue the scene, knocking him to the floor in the process.
I made a mistake. Please, Take me back, I'll be yours all over again. Take back a woman who betrayed me? Never.
Charlie, you are all I have. Love me, please. Don't cast me aside. I shall be an outcast in the town. My friends shan't speak to me. Never again shall I feel your embrace. Let me be your wife.
Dennis slides back down the floor with the reading glasses and heads for the door.
Your reading glasses, sir?
Thank you, Perkins.
Doorbell sounds. Noise subsides.
Get the door, Perkins.
Yes, sir.
He exits, still with the chaise longue in tow.
That will bring the police to arrest you both.
Annie grabs Sandra's ankles and drags her out through the door.
Charlie, I can't bear it. I can't bear it. Look at me, like you used to look at me.
Silence, Florence. You mean nothing to me now.
This is the worst night of my life.
Annie punches Sandra in the face. She falls out of sight behind the window.
No, no, no. This is the worst night of my life.
I think this is the worst night of all of our lives.
Annie goes through the door and appears in the window. She stamps on Sandra before ducking out of sight.
But Thomas, Carter had you fooled, didn't he?
What do you mean?
He never intended to share the money with you. Let me summarize.
I love you, Charlie.
She begins hitting Sandra with the tray.
Inspector Carter knew I discovered you. And he discovered you. And we were both embezzling police money. So you hatched a plan to kill me, planting cyanide in my sherry.
Annie appears with a roll of industrial tape.
I've still got the ring, Charlie. We can make it work.
She begins to tape Sandra's hands together.
Then, mistakenly believing I was dead, Inspector Carter tried to pin my murder on Cecile and Florence because of the affair, until your accomplice, Thomas, blundered in and shot my brother Cecile. Carter then tried to pin it to Perkins instead after finding my will in the ledger.
Annie looks up from taping Sandra.
Take me, Charlie, if you know what's good for you.
Except what you didn't know, Thomas. Except what you didn't know, Thomas, was that Inspector made a £9,000 withdrawal from your private accounts this morning. And after farming someone for the murder, planned to flee with a one-way ticket to Dover, taking every penny with him. I think it's time to have a look inside your attaché case, Inspector.
He throws the attaché case to Robert, who opens it and produces a small green bottle.
A bottle of cyanide.
Robert produces a bundle of bank notes.
Thomas Collimore's £9,000.
Of course. Your one-way ticket to Duran.
He produces a Duran Duran CD from the attaché case.
He allowed you to take all the risk by storing the stolen money in your private accounts. Isn't that right, Inspector?
Alright, it's true. I forged your signature at the bank and took out every penny. I haven't bargained on your accountant catching on this quickly and telephoning you so soon.
Annie has made it back out on stage. Sandra appears in the window, tied up with the tape. Robert runs at Chris, seizes his gun, and points it at him.
You rogue. I trusted you. You made a mistake there, Carter. I'm afraid it's your last.
No.
Robert fires the gun. It doesn't fire. He tries the gun again. Nothing. He tries again.
Bang!
Chris falls to the floor. Robert lowers the gun to his side where it explodes loudly, hurting his hand.
Ah, my fingers.
The officers are waiting in the hall, sir.
He enters through the downstairs door, knocking over the whole door flat with the chaise longue. Chris rolls out of the way of the falling flat. Robert moves back, colliding with the fireplace flat, sending that over as well. The wall at the top of the upper levels collapses. Silence. Stillness. Suddenly, the window flat falls down as well, leaving Annie standing in the window frame and revealing Sandra dazed backstage. Silence. Stillness again. Max throws snow from off stage.
Excellent. Escort my fiancée downstairs, Perkins. I wish to have a word with Thomas in private.
Dennis and Annie stay trapped by the fallen flags.
Yes, sir.
Thomas, you are not the man I knew from Iran. You became greedy and jealous.
I'm sorry, Charles. My nerves are in shreds.
There is a glass of sherry next to the telephone.
Thank you, Charles. Ever the kind host.
Drink it up.
Most kind.
He drinks the sherry.
Tell me, Thomas, one last thing.
Anything, Charles. I shall tell no more lies.
The glass of poisoned sherry the inspector left out for me. What do you suppose I did with it?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? You don't mean you gave me the Charlie.
Forgets his line.
Just
Yes,
die.
sir, for aggressive.
Just die for Christ. How dare you?
He dies. Max throws snow from off stage. Jonathan moves center. Lights fade and the spot comes upon him.
Oh, how I wish this could have ended differently, Thomas. Your lies and deceits have led you inexorably to this end. If men allowed their conscience to be governed by avarice, then death and destruction shall prevail.
A short burst of Rio by Duran Duran plays, then quickly cuts out.
Cuckolded by my fiancée,
House music fades in.
and almost murdered by my oldest friend. Let us hope we never again see a murder at Haversham Manor.
The chandelier hanging above the space suddenly sparks and drops onto Jonathan. Blackout just before it hits him.
Thank you. چقدر پیچیدگی داشتش. خیلی در